In the NFC Championship, Jayden Daniels, this historically good rookie, is looking to shock everybody and get to the Super Bowl. And on the other side, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles are looking for revenge after losing to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs only 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, and one team stands in their way. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Caden Kubler. We have a phenomenal matchup in the NFC Championship ahead of us between this stud rookie quarterback that is Jayden Daniels and this high-flying Philadelphia Eagles team led by Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. We've got a tremendous matchup ahead of us. Let's first start with the Commanders and what Jayden Daniels is truly doing at only a rookie. Nobody gave them a shot at beating the Detroit Football Lions last week. They were 9-point underdogs heading into that game, and Jayden Daniels and this Commanders team were lights out offensively. He was hitting every throw he wanted to, getting out of the pocket, using his legs, creating, and that's what he does at such a high level. And that's what we saw in that Detroit game. They were not able to slow him down. In my opinion, Detroit didn't utilize that run game enough, and they just let Jared Goff be a drop back passer, and he turned the ball over 4 times. His Commanders defense stepped up. But everybody's been talking about, how they're ranked 18th in the NFL, how much they stink, how David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are going to go crazy on them, how Jared Goff might have 500 passing yards against them. And at the end of the day, they did a good job of getting enough stops to let Jayden Daniels and this offense cook, and they're going to need to do the same thing against Philadelphia in a tough environment on the road. They've already seen this team twice. They're going to need to get big-time stops and allow Jayden Daniels and this offense to go to work, because they're not going to win this game in a low-scoring fashion. This game's going to be 40-30, just like we saw against Detroit, if these high-flying Commanders are going to have any shot. But on the offensive side of the ball, Jayden Daniels obviously is the best rookie quarterback in NFL history. What he is doing, winning 2 playoff games already, how poised he is in the pocket. You never see rookie quarterbacks that are so calm, cool, and collected in the pocket. And with Daniels, it's like he's a 10-year veteran back there. Nothing faces him. You can send 6 guys. You can send 7 guys. Doesn't matter. He's going to use his legs. He's going to create. He's going to put the ball right where it needs to be. And that's what we saw, whether it was De'Ami Brown on those deep over routes or whether it was checking it down to Eckler. You cannot phase this guy. He completes the ball at a high percentage. He doesn't turn the football over. And that was one of the big things that really stood out to me for a rookie quarterback. Being so poised in the pocket, one, is unbelievable. But also, his ability to not turn the football over, the strides that he's taken in only 1 year have been unbelievable. And I look back to Lamar Jackson in this Ravens game. He had 2 turnovers in the first half. Jayden Daniels had 0. Every other quarterback that's playing on Championship Sunday had 0 turnovers, and that's huge that Jayden Daniels has already seemingly got to that level. But back to this game, this offense has been unbelievable. But another person that I want to highlight within the Commanders organization who has been instrumental to Jayden Daniels' success has been none other than offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury. He was thrown to the curb after leaving the Arizona Cardinals. He picked up a job with the USC Trojans, and Dan Quinn saw him, said, you know what, I want to put you on as my offensive coordinator, give him another shot. He's been unbelievable this year, knowing how to get Jayden Daniels the perfect looks, helping him take such tremendous strides as a rookie quarterback. I think Cliff Kingsbury deserves all the credit in the world for Jayden Daniels' success, and he deserves to be a head coach again, and he will be a head coach again. But this offense has been really just a thing of beauty, a thing to marvel at when you look at the fact that they're led by a rookie quarterback. They're led by an offensive coordinator who was thrown to the curb, and you have this super underrated receiver in Terry McLaurin who really doesn't get enough looks and doesn't get enough credit for what he's done dealing with all these poor quarterbacks that have come in and out of the Commanders organization over the last few years. And he's just been a consummate professional. And Terry McLaurin, I'm so happy to see that he's finally having the success on the Commanders that he deserves. And another guy that deserves to be highlighted, who's actually facing his former team, is Zach Ertz. He's been unbelievable for Daniels this year. He's been his security blanket whenever he needs to check the ball down, whenever he's in the end zone and he needs to find his big target in the end zone, and he'll find him. Zach Ertz has been this guy that will always be there for Jayden Daniels. He's had a tremendous revitalization of his career, and he's going to have a big opportunity against his former team, the Philadelphia Eagles, this weekend. But let's talk about the Birds. Let's talk about the evolution of this team defensively first, because that's the thing that I've been the most impressed with them on the defensive side of the ball, with what Vic Fangio has done coming into this team and really getting this defense to play with its hair on fire all game long. This secondary last year was the reason why they were losing ball games. They were terrible. And now they insert these two rookie corners in Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, parlayed with Darius Slay, who we all know is one of the greats. And Vic Fangio has had a secondary that was maybe the worst in football last year that is now one of the best. And this defense has just been a group where everybody's been able to really have big years. Like Zach Bond was kicked to the curb. Nobody wanted him. He comes to the Eagles and now he's an all-pro. Nakobe Dean, I know he had that injury, but he's had a massive jump this year as well. And I do believe that this defense is going to make Jayden Daniels' job extremely tough all night long. On the offensive side of the ball, I think we're all curious to see how Jalen Hurts plays. At the end of the day, we know how great Saquon Barkley is. We know that he is capable of breaking 80-yard runs whenever he wants, which is terrifying. We haven't seen that from a running back in so long. It seems like we're seeing it every other weekend with this guy. Oh, here's the ball, 80-yard touchdown. Here's the ball again, 75-yard touchdown, backwards hurdle. I mean, the guy is unbelievable, and he's been so great combined with this offensive line. But the person I'm the most curious to see how he steps up is Jalen Hurts. He's gotten a lot of criticism the last few weeks, how this Eagles team has seemingly carried him to this point. And I take it back to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Jalen Hurts had one of the best games I've ever watched him play in the Super Bowl. Went toe-to-toe with Mahomes and was this close to beating him, lost by a game-winning field goal. I still believe that Jalen Hurts is going to step up when it matters the most. We've seen A.J. Brown and Smith getting a little frustrated on the sideline, but those are still two of the best weapons in football. Dallas Goedert is now healthy, great, reliable tight end over the middle of the field. This offense is so scary. We know how great this offensive line is. Cam Jurgens, shout out Nebraska, has done a tremendous job of filling in for Jason Kelsey, and this offensive line, so great for Saquon Barkley. I can't say enough great things about him. 8th player in NFL history to break 2,000 rushing yards. This Philly offense has just been so scary. And if you're the Commanders, that's what you've got to do. And the Rams couldn't do it. And a lot of teams haven't been able to do it. You have to be able to slow Saquon Barkley down. In my opinion, if you can slow Saquon down and force Jalen Hurts into those third and mediums and those third and longs and force him to beat you, that's how you're going to have to win this game. Because with Saquon, if you let him start to control the game, pick up 8 yards a chunk on first down, on second down, keep Philly ahead of the sticks, then you sprinkle in some Jalen Hurts read option if his knee's healthy enough, you've already lost the game. In my opinion, you have to force Hurts in this drop back game, which we've seen has been a little bit shaky this year, force that to beat you. But now it's prediction time. Jayden Daniels, tremendous season out of him. So fun to watch. He's going to be one of the great quarterbacks in the NFC. It's almost been like this quarterback shift where all of the great ones have been in the AFC, but now we get a young stud in the NFC. And I don't want to see this journey come to an end, but I believe that it's going to. You look at the numbers for rookie quarterbacks in the postseason, they don't bode well. I didn't think that they were going to bode well for him in the first round or even in the second round, and he's proved me wrong, and I hope he proves me wrong again. But I think that this Philadelphia team, with how scary they are offensively, with what they can do running the football, I think they're just going to keep it easy, and they are going to run the heck out of Saquon Barkley like the Lions should have done, in my opinion. I believe it was Kevin Burkhardt who touched on it. It was like, hey, every time Jahmyr Gibbs gets the football, it seems like he's not getting touched until he's 10 yards down the field, and it feels like he can break a touchdown every single time. Saquon Barkley can do the exact same thing, and I think Philadelphia is going to keep it easy, run the football as much as possible, try and keep it out of Jayden Daniels' hands as much as possible. But I expect him to have a tremendous game. With this team, it's almost like you don't know what you don't know, and I think they're going to play with their hair on fire. It's going to be a great game. Philadelphia's not going to blow them out by any stretch, but I do believe that they will get it done. I'm Caden Kubler, and thank you guys so much for watching.